Good morning, church. This is Kevin Duclairon. I'm just leaving 24 hours right now and on my way to get some lunch. And it feels good to work out and to stay healthy. You know, it's one of those things that you just got to keep on top of. And didn't know I was going to be doing it this way, but since I've had to do it, it feels good to stay on top of it. Anyway, just checking in. And I am right now almost at the building where they had the cooling center, you know, where I was hit at this past weekend, 4 days in a row, last Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And when it was really, really hot. They kept on coming in and taking that. And I went to the police department to try to see if I could get a report. I never got a report for that. So it's kind of, discouraging going to the police when the police will not cooperate and the police will not stand with your report. I'm passing right now the City Hall, which is right here next to me. That's City Hall. And this is actually the building right there. See that big tower right there? Multicolor tower. That's the actual tower where they use the first floor, several rooms on the side where they have a cooling center. It's kind of nice, but it kind of sucks when you're doing ministry in the city of Portland and everybody in the homeless community knows you and everybody in the community knows you as a preacher, and then they come into where you're at and here you are, your pants down, right across the street from the building. That's the building right there, and right across the street are all the tents of the protesters. So from the street there, from where the protesters are at, you can literally see into the building. And we're going to go by these tents here for a second, and I want to show you. That's why I lost it the other day, because I was so outraged at the fact that at nighttime you can see right through these windows. Okay, see the big window right there, where there's a couch over there. The biggest one right in the center, right there. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. You see where my finger is, where the orange is at the top? Okay, that's where they had a bunch of cots. Right there, you can see right through the window. The one in the center there. The one in the center, right there. Center square. You see where the yellow is right above, right there, the square right there. That square right there. Yeah, that was the cooling center on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And you can see, if you're standing on this side, you can see what's going on inside, And I was on a cot when she was doing whatever she was doing, and however many of them there were, and it's kind of heartbreaking because it's right in front of the window. All of that is being done, and I'm getting up in the middle of the night to go and use the potty like 4, 5, 6 times after it's been done. It's kind of heartbreaking. On the other side of the building is this huge statue of a black woman, and the statue itself, the building is newly renovated, and you can see that you're not expecting that sort of thing to take place in a newly renovated building. And right across the street from there is our old park, the Chapman. No, that's not Chapman. I think this is Lawndale's Park. So they're still, protesters really destroyed the grass and everything. So they're still in the process of restoring the grass. You can see up there some of the windows that were broken. Eventually, the city did catch up and restore the windows. This here was the Multnomah County Courthouse building. This building here, and you can see that the building has been boarded because of protesters. Somebody just threw something here. I don't know who they are. I wasn't paying attention to those people, but anyway, they told me to stay away from their community and stay away from their protesting. So I kind of do everything I can not to harass them and not to insult them. I'm not sure what that was all about. They threw some sort of a small bottle. It's either soap or lotion or sanitizer. I'm not sure what was in it, but anyway, in any case, along with all of that, is this new, I have these questions here that I wanted to post to the public, but I really couldn't post to the public today because I was asked not to. When I went to the police department to address the issue, I was told don't go to the police department and address the issues. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm gonna take a minute here. I gotta stop, put my stuff down. I'm walking and talking. And hold on a second here. Here is the first question that I have. All right? The first question that I have for the public, but I'm not allowed to address it in the form of a sermon. God has said no. Is this wear and tear? Here's the question. Is this wear and tear or a hit? A cut down. All right. This is what I'm talking about here. See these shoes? Is this wear and tear or is this a hit? Did somebody take a knife and cut it? Right? Is this wear and tear or is this a hit? I'm not exactly sure. Or is this a cut down? Because this is what is being done to all my shoes. Now here it is. I'm wearing these black shoes, right? Black shoes, and it's the same thing twice. You can see that it's like somebody took a knife or a razor and cut out that part, so it's a repeated hit. So my question would have been, if they had allowed me to preach this morning, is it wear and tear or is it a cut down, right? Or is it a hit? The second question I had is, when I went to TPI, Transition Projects, to get new shoes, they had a short woman. She was about this big to me. They had a very short woman there. She had a mask on, so I don't know who really she looked like. I assume that it was Melinda. Or it might have been a Gabriel. I'm not sure which one of the two. But in any case, the other question that I had for the public and the government and the police department is, why, and of course the homeless community, is why do you hire short people to cut down the homeless when they're already cut down, right? Why do you hire short people, right? This is the second question that I have is, why do you hire short people to cut down the homeless when they're already cut down? So I'm gonna have to wait until they give me permission to ask these questions, because it seems like you go into the homeless community, you ask for tents, they don't want to give it to you, and they put these short women right there in the front and to basically cut you down a couple notches. I mean, we're already a cut down community. We're already a cut down, we're already in a cut down situation. Why cut us down even more? That doesn't make any sense to me. When I left TPI and went to pick up my work here in my gym bag and my work at the storage, I had a white man I'd never seen before wearing jet white shoes, and he had a cart, and he was going on the third floor, and he had two boxes. Normally what most people do is they take the cart with the boxes on it to their storage, remove the content, put it in their storage, and then bring the cart back down. At the elevator, he stopped, took off his boxes, put it on the floor, and asked me to put back the cart. I took a step back and I was like, well, that's insulting, because most people don't pass it on to the next, because of COVID and everything. Most people don't pass on the carts directly to the to another tenant who's leaving. So I felt like I was cut down a bit, and I was wondering if it was because of these shoes. He's wearing jet white shoes, that makes him a clan. I'm wearing jet black shoes, that makes me a slave. And so the question I wanted to ask, the third question is, am I a black person to you? And I'm talking about the people this color here. Am I a black person to you because I'm wearing black shoes? I'm wearing black shoes. Now, with black shoes, are you now dealing with me as a black person? Does that all apply? Everything that is done to blacks in suppression, is that supposed to be applied to me, because I'm no longer wearing the white shoes, but I'm wearing the black shoes instead? So I kind of took insult, and I said to him, no, I'm not going to take those shoes. But it's kind of one of those things that it's really insulting when you're dealing with the public, and they bring people into the establishments to wear orange, and they're representing Gabriel Franklin, or they bring short people to represent Gabriel Franklin, or they bring somebody from their community to represent that woman or others, and they assume the position. Um, Last night they came into the tent and they sexually assaulted. You know, I was at the park, the South Park blocks. They came out several times. They're sending couples now to cut me down with whatever information that they're given. And so it's one of those things now where wherever I'm at, it's a cut down. They're sending people, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. And the worst part about it is that once they hit you with that, then it's not just Gabriel, but it's everybody that looks like Gabriel, everybody, every male, every female, and it's a continuous thing. It's the never-ending story. Gabriel wanted the sex, she came, she took the sex, but then it's no longer just Gabriel, but it's what? It's everybody else that looks like Gabriel, right? So, and not only is it Gabriel, but it's every male and every female assuming the position in every establishment, and I don't understand this, you know. And it goes along these three questions that I've asked, and that I'm asking, and that I want to ask the public and the government is, you know, and it's not just the shoes that's wear and tear, but it's also the tents, it's also the clothing, it's also the computers, it's also the housing. So it's not just, you know, is it wear and tear? Is it a hit? Is it a cut down? I don't understand the nature of these people's position to constantly pursue, find me, and then cut down what I have, and then hire people, put them in the places where they know where I'm going to be at, you know, to cut me down another notch. And it's like, I'm already cut down. You've already taken my address. You've taken my property. Why am I being, you know, why are we being cut as Christians? Why are we being lowered and lowered and reduced and reduced and reduced and reduced to the point of death? It doesn't make any sense to me. So anyway, I wanted to run that by you as a Christian church, and if you know of others that are going through the same thing, keep us in your prayers, because the devil's doing a number out here against us, and we can't seem to shake him off, you know. Anyway, I gotta go and grab some lunch, and I will talk to you at a later time. God bless.